Hiya. Hello, everybody. I was kind of hoping that bit a bit closer. You just get to see my nose. It's a bit on the bigger side. Not quite as big as Josh Evans, though. Welcome, everybody. We are here. Season 11 is finally getting underway. Please ignore the state of my surroundings. I was not originally doing this tonight. It was our very own Mr. Real DC and his sexy, sexy legs and pants that most of you will be aware like to make a showing on these things. However, he's been called out to work. I'm currently not at home. I'm technically on my hollybobs back down home. So that's why I'm in a child's bedroom, because it was my bedroom when I was a child. Ignore the bottle of beer in the background. Anyway, my name is Serial Freefall. That those that don't know, you can call me Scott. Renowned alcoholist, driver, commentator, and all-around sexy guy. And I'm going to be taking you through the Tier 1 and Tier 2, because that's all we've got for some reason for Season 11. I hope everybody can hear me, by the way. Should probably check that before we continue. So we've got 9 E's here. It was 10, so somebody has just left, whoever that was. Nah, mate, come on. Get with it. Oh, you can hear me. There you go. So we are here. I haven't got a way of seeing the comments without absolutely destroying my stream here. So you're just going to have to roll with me. If you're talking to me, sound, I'll maybe see it later on. If no, just make sure you say something nice. No cheeky comments about me, because I will take offense and I will cry and I will probably ban you. That's a joke, of course. So anyway, well, people roll in. Let's get through some general housekeeping for the season. Season 11, of course, we're finally back after EA decided to try and fix what was a melted waxwork of a game. It's in a semi-playable state. We've got semi-motivated admins, shall we say. But housekeeping on that side of things, of course, Nathan done a massive, massive job over the last 10 seasons. Taking a little bit of a step back this season. It's still going to assist with things here and there, but you will have noticed, he was always the guy posting stuff, pushing stuff. I've kind of took on that a little bit this season. Jacob giving me a hand with things when he can, sort of thing. And Dan's just Dan, so we'll maybe see him at some point. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same. Steward and Nathan again, taking a step back from that head steward role. So I think in the meantime, appeals will come to me, but we'll confirm all this nonsense later on. What we're here for is the draw. But before we get to the draw, there is something just equally important. Most of you should have seen it. I hope you've all seen it. It is, of course, I don't know how I'm going to do this transition. It's going to have to be quick and hopefully smooth. Flick up this screen and then we flick up. It's the calendar, of course. Now, this is the Tier 2 calendar. Dates are on the Monday of the week, because I think that shows it the sort of best. Obviously, Tier 1 will be on the first day, 3 days after. So instead of the 25th of November, 28th of November. So, of course, Monday night in 72 hours, we will be pretty much racing for Season 11. Tier 2 going to kick off in Australia for Round 1. So for the Tier 2 guys, of course, you'll know we normally do check-in on a Thursday, Friday. It'll be up some point tonight once we've got roles sorted, once we've got just, what team you're in, all that stuff sorted. Check-in will be out ready for Monday. So hopefully you can get in over the weekend. Absences for those that have been here before will be the same as previous. You put in once you know you're going to be absent, and then that is you forfeiting your seat, and a reserve will take that. So kind of don't do it unless you know you're not going to be there. I'll be leading by example. I'm missing round 1. I'm on 2 night shifts next week, Monday and Thursday. You could not write this, could you? So I'm unfortunately going to miss Australia, one of my favourite tracks. So, aye. If you've got any issues with the calendar, blame this guy and Nathan and Jacob. And if you've got any complaints with the calendar, I'm sorry. You're just going to hate to put up with it. Australia, Imola, Singapore, Monza. That is the December December stint of the calendar. We then have a little bit of a break, the 16th and I think it is the 19th or the 18th of December for Tier 1. And then we don't start up again until the 6th of January, giving you that nice little Christmas and a New Year's break. So hopefully some of you can go out there and touch some grass, maybe find your family again and speak to your loved ones. I know there is quite a few of the guys do have quite young families, so we don't want to be burdening you with league racing over the course of that period. Then back with Mexico, Canada, and Cota, the American section, which is a happy coincidence. Didn't even know that when we were putting this together. Well, I didn't anyway. Monaco's in there for round 8 just to annoy some and please plenty. It's a good track, this game, guys. Give it a chance. Brazil, Japan, Abu Dhabi, Saudi. 4 great tracks, in my opinion. 4 tracks that really do kind of bring out quite a good bit of the ERS management this year, and they just bring some good racing. Anyway, that's 5 past the hour. Surely everybody that wants to be here is here. Now, I'll switch back to my beautiful face just for a very split second. You're used to, if you've been here before, a little bit of paper and all this shenanigans, things going wrong, paper being in the wrong bowls. Now, I'm going to let you in a little secret. I didn't have a printer today, so there is no paper, there is no bowls, and as you can see, there is no boxer shorts. So it's going to be a little bit different tonight. We are going to my favourite thing to use for a variety of things. It's the big old wheel of names. Now, I'm led to believe Jacob or Nathan should be in the background here somewhere writing down the results of this. If not, somebody will extrapolate it out of the YouTube video, and there will be a summary. Once again, all the tiers are set up with who's in what car, and that'll let check-ins happen and such. The good man, Bosch Evans, or Josh, happy birthday to him yesterday. Should have mentioned this during the calendar. He is the man that designed said calendar, done the graphic, done an excellent job. Is going to put a little graphic together for each tier, just displaying, this is the Mercedes drivers, this is Ferrari. So look out for that, probably on Sunday, maybe Monday. Aye. You tell it's kind of hard talking. I'm just sitting here in my bedroom alone, meant to be at the pub right now with my father, talking to a laptop on my own on a Friday night. So a bit of yapping going on. Anyway, right, let's kick off then. We're going to start here with tier number 2. And of course, the pot 1 drivers. Those new here, every grid, 20 drivers, 10 are pot 1, 10 are pot 2. We try and put the 10 quickest or more consistent drivers, and then the 10 least consistent, least quickest drivers. Match them up together, so hopefully we get balanced teams, not just within the division, but across, in this case, the 2 divisions for the combined constructors. So these 10 drivers in pot 1 are Bosch Evans, Clark PR, CRL AJ Wuhan, CRL Freefall Sexy Scotty Dodds, that's me, 4-star FRL Phoenix, KXI Matt Hobbsy, the best ginger in the world, MX Anarchy, and Toby Tobes, that likes to take his rig to a hotel. Apologies for the ads as well on the wheels. Maybe a good Christmas present for the kids, for those that have it. Anyway, before I start waffling on again, you can tell like the ADHD or the, oh no, what have I done now? Right, this is the tier 2, pot 2 one. I've somehow dragged it out of the thing. Oh, something had to go wrong. AFL, Angry Dave P, CRL Spider, CRL Wiban, Parry Hammer, Cavolis, King Macaroon 647, OWR, Ben Clock. I feel like that name is trying to get me to say something dirty, even though it's not. It's the boy, Mighty Atom, and V Chuck Norris, AA are your 10 pot 2 drivers. For any of the new guys, please don't take offense to that. We're not saying you're slow in any mean. We're just kind of putting you in there because we're maybe not too sure, and based on what we know, we think you're in the maybe bottom half of consistency or that. I'm digging myself a hole here. Anyway, right, before further ado and before I mess up another one of the wheels, why are we on tier 1? Let's draw out the first name for pot 1 for tier number 2. We're going to spin that wheel. You're going to hear the magic click noise. I see KXI said Scotty. I've actually seen one of the comments. And what a name to start it off. What a name. We have a winner. That'll be the only time he's seen it this season. It's Clark PR, Mr. Callum. I believe the recipient of a Red Lantern at some point during his career. So Clark PR, first name out of the proverbial hat. And he is going to be partnering up then from pot number 2 in tier number 2. OWR Ben Clock. So Clark PR and Ben Clock partnering up together. Now let's, there's that many tabs here. Oh, jeezy peeps, folks. Jeezy peeps. We're going to go to the constructors wheel. Of course, I don't need to run you through what the constructors are. You know who they all are. So Clark PR, Ben Clock, in the Red Bull. I don't know if either of them are here. 21 here by the looks of it. So if either of them are here, let's get a little bit of reaction. And aye. Sorry, I was just reading some comments. Anyway, right, let's batter on with the next pot one driver for tier number 2. 9 left. Still plenty to go. It's everybody's favourite ginger. And even his colour is orange on this thing. That just tells you everything. It's Hobbsy and Mr. Hobnob going to be partnering up with the one, the only CRL Wuban. Wuban been about for a number of seasons. I believe doing most of his racing in tier 4, tier 3. So a new height for tier 2, ironically, in that sense. I know it is smaller grids in the season, but he can still have his hood. Yeah, Scottish coming out there. Hold his head high being a tier 2 driver this season. I think I've spelt McLaren wrong, but we'll just rattle on. They're going to be in the Aston Martin. So Wuban and Hobbsy in the Aston Martin for this season in tier 2. Back to pot number 1 then. It's a bit more chaotic with just doing it myself. Normally there's a bit of banter between me and DC. Speaking of me, it's me. Out driver number 3 in pot number 1 for tier number 2. There's a lot of numbers here. Keep up if you can. And not Harry Palmer, not Harry Palmer, not Harry Palmer. Oh, it was so close to being the team of absolute terrorist streams, but instead it is the one and only Cavall. Is fairly new in recent seasons. Definitely a pacey driver. Definitely one to look out with, and probably one of the stronger ones in tier 2, pot 2. So myself and Cavallis. Oh, it's the green machine. We're in the silver. Cavallis, I don't know if you're here. I'm quite happy with that, pal. Let's go do this. On to the 4th name from pot 1, tier number 2. We're making a record time here, folks. I can be in the pub for past. It is the one and only, second head admin in the tier. Second best booth brother in the tier, it could be said, and there's only one of them in here. That tells you everything. It's Mr. A.J. Wuhan. Recently back from a trip to Africa. So, you know, he's got some experience traveling abroad to foreign countries. We'll see how that does him in Australia for round 1. He is going to be partnering up with what a team it is. AJ Wuhan and Harry Palmer. Commiserations, Jacob. Commiserations, pal. Somebody had to get him, and it is landed on yourself. So let's go back to the wheel of constructors, and Jacob and Harry are going to be teaming up in the Alpine. Well, at least they'll get a little speed boost there. Is that still a thing? Answers on a postcard. We'll find out with that. If Jacob does somehow win a title, we know it's because the Alpine is coded to be faster. Definitely not a skill thing. Next name out. It's Mr. James Forstall. Again, like Jacob, probably one of the strong contenders for this tier. Shame Chris Panda isn't here to take it to the wire with him. Those that know will know. Partnering up James Forstall then in tier 2 this season. It's going to be for commentator driver. Been around as long as I can remember. A solid pick. Definitely one to watch, particularly in that midfield scrap. Potentially even pushing for some podiums. They then are going to be together in one of the following cars that are spelled right. It's called Racing Bulls. I know 4-star is here. Get a little bit of reaction from him when we can. While we do that, we'll move on to the next pot 1 driver. We're a quarter way through this draw, folks. This is going to take no time at all. It's Mr. KXI. Now, hopefully he's got his rig back together. The last I heard it was in 6 pieces, so he's got until Monday to get that thing repaired, and we'll see him out in track. Hopefully 5 drivers then for him to get paired up with Angry Dave, Rob, King Macaroon, Atomic, or Chuck Norris, and it is going to be Spy Bob, of course. another commentator, another long-term driver, admin. This man has got many hats, and in fact is probably responsible for quite a few of the new guys being here. So it is KXI and Spider together, if I can get the right tab. I think I know how I'm doing by now. They're going to be together then. The Ferrari is still there, and I know Rob is desperate for it. He's not going to get him. He's going to get the McLaren. That's the Scottish spelling of it. I'm sure Rob will be absolutely gutted with that, not getting his Ferrari. But KXI and Rob together in the McLaren. Just not spelled right, of course. 4 drivers left then in pot 1. Next out, it's going to be the graphical man that did the calendar, Bosch. Evans, former Tier 1 driver, of course, back in the glory days of 4 tiers. So again, another strong contender, though, doing a lot of his racing, much like Harry Palmer on ACC recently. And Bosch Evans is going to be partnered up with King Macaroon 647. Could be wrong, I believe. Came across from WTFL, of course, whenever their drivers were racing with us a few seasons back. So a debut season for him and a strong teammate for him to be aligned with. We'll see what they're going to be in. Mercedes, Ferraris, Williams or Haas. It's going to be the Mercedes. Bosch Evans and King Macaroon then in the Mercedes for Tier 2 this season. Am I going too quick for these guys, or is this just perfect? Tried to open the tab that I'm already on. That tells you everything. If it is too fast for you, grow up, get on with it. I hope the audio's synced as well, because I could be spoiling anything. Anyway, driver number 8 is MX Anarchy. Had some pretty decent races in the pace test, must be said. Did compete with Hobbsy, did compete with AJ Wuhan. Aye, solid contender for their first season here with us in CRL 1 to watch. Who's going to be their teammate, though? 2 new guys and the old boy of Atomic, and it's going to be one of the new guys. An all-new lineup, you could say. Angry Dave matching up with Anarchy. Very aggressive-sounding team that way with, Anarchy and Angry. So let's see. Are they going to be in the Ferrari? That's quite a red colour. That's quite angry colour, isn't it? Nope, it's going to be the Williams. So the 2 Ferrari-powered teams leaving it right to the last. Anarchy and Angry Davey in the Williams for the season. 2 drivers left. Mr. Toby Tobes and Phoenix. Phoenix, another driver, very quick on ACC, making the transition back to F1 for this season, find himself in Tier 2, but it's not going to be him. It's going to be Toby Tobes. I don't know why I'm calling him Toby Tobes. Toby Tobes. Who are you going to be with, Tobes? Let's see. It's going to be Atom. So Tobes and Atom, again, a pretty solid team. Tobes has his moments, much like his pal Clippy R, but does show signs of pace. Atomic, very much on the up and rising. So, that could be a strong contender for Tier 2 team of the season. And it's either going to be the Haas or Ferrari. It's going to be the Haas, which means only the Ferrari left, of course, and only 1 driver in each pot. We'll spin this just for formality's sake. FRL Phoenix is going to be driver number 1 in the Ferrari for Tier 2 this season. That took a really long time to confirm that, as if it wasn't sure it was actually him. And driver, pardon me, number 2 in the Ferrari is going to be Chuck Norris 88. We don't need to really... I'll do either one of Chuck Norris. You know what? I've seen it for everybody else. We might as well watch it for you. We don't want to offend you. So Phoenix and Chuck Norris partnering up together in the Ferrari. I don't have a rundown to go through you very quickly because I don't have the capability to do this myself and write it all down, I'll be honest, folks. I'm just one man with 2 arms, 2 legs, and some other parts that I won't say. But there will be a note somewhere. See Jacob in the chat, see Nathan in the chat. So between the 2 of them, they should have it down, and it'll come out later on. On to Tier 1, then, the creme de la creme of CRL. Speaking of which, previous 2-time champion Duwell kicks off our pot 1 drivers. Nathan JB in there alongside Glowstick. Glowstick back in the 5 tier seasons. I think it was Division 3, Division 4. In the 4 tiers, I definitely know he's in the third one. Now up there competing with the big boys. One to watch this season. Kenny and Steve, the IRT contingent in there alongside everybody's favourite Argentinian. It's Pyro, it's Anthony, it's RJ Bargy Tony. Miko L making his debut as well. Had a strong showing in, I believe it was Singapore, Silverstone. Really mixing it up there. Nelu Safu returning. Very strong performance in the Bahrain pace test, so we'll see what he can offer over the course of the season. And then the comedy duo, you could call them, the Choco Brothers. It's Ariel Pease and Sweet Crown 19, not to be confused with his brother Wouter. Very easy mistake to make. Pot number 2 then, let's run through them. It's, first of all, the CRL brothers from other mother in the Netherlands. It's called Paradox and Strauss, Mick and Pepin. They are going to be the tier admins for this tier for the coming season. Tier 2, I forgot to say, it's myself and 4-star, so good luck with that. Elite Dave making his turn after a number of seasons back on the grid. So good to have you back, Dave. And best of luck for the season. George 66, a newcomer, I believe. Just getting in the scrape of time and making it onto this grid. Definitely got the pace to compete from what I've seen, despite, having some connection issues. One to watch. Knowsley and Delano back at it once again. Knowsley, I feel really bad, but I always used to get you and Waitsy mixed up. So I don't know if the facts I've got about you are true. Delano LOI, he's Irish. That's a fact enough, innit? Legendi, again, another driver, previous experience in Tier 2, sort of on the cusp of Tier 1, could never really seem to fully grasp it. Well, here he is now to make a statement. We'll just skip over that next one. Farrell, he's here. He's here. The bookies are open for which driver he'll fall out with first. So we'll see how it goes. Would be a laugh if it's teammate Pease or Wouter. That would be a laugh. Ross AFC 30, I believe that is Ross of very similar name. Previously Tier 4 driver, making the jump up to Tier 1, showing some very solid pace during the pace test. And I'm quite excited to see how he gets on. And then one of the very few new guys, it must be said, there isn't a great deal of them in Tier 1. BDV Ali. I can't wait to hear Jamie say that on comms, especially when he gets in a little bit of a excited state, shall we say. Before we continue, though, I'm going to just... That's how you spell McLaren. There we go. I've spelled McLaren right now. Anyway, it is 20 minutes past the hour. I'm going to get this done by 1:30, folks. We're going to kick off then with Pot 1, Tier 1, Driver 1 from this list of 10 absolute sweats. And it is Seb, a man of... he's been here for a while, let's put it that way. And he has got some pace. He has got some pace. This Tier 1 grid, I can't call who's going to be up there fully, but I know Seb will be in the mix at some point, if not most of the season. Who's he going to partner up with then? It is going to be Elite NL Dave, or Elite Dave for short. Solid team, to be fair. Dave got some pace. We'll see how it goes between Seb and Dave. They are going to be partnering up together. Is it out first time again? They're going to be in the Red Bull. I don't know if either of them are in the chat. If they are, nice little reaction. Would be pretty cute. Better like myself. Pretty cute. Driver number 2. Let's go. Pot 1, Tier 1. Bada bing, bada boom. It's CRL_Nathan Jigglybits 17. Head admin, of course, the third of the third and the third of the 3 that are actually racing. And well, Farrell, unfortunately, no Peas, no Wouter. But he did get Nathan. I'm looking forward to this team dynamic. That's all I'm going to say. Nathan and Farrell then. See what car they're going to be in. It's the sister to the Red Bull. No, it's not. It's the Sauber. Oh, no, that means I'm in a team with him too. Oh Christ! At least I'll get good setups. So Nathan and Farrell together in the kick silver. Farrell should be happy with that. You know, the green of the silver matching with the green of the Irish flag. I wonder if it matches his ironing board that he races on. His good pal though, Peas is out next, and Peas going to be partnering up with. I just seen what he said. Aye, nowhere near you, Peas. Nowhere near. You've got Strauss Peas. Peas and Strauss, of course. Strauss, one of the tier admins for us this season, been around since Jesus was a baby. I think is the app saying, and Pepin definitely got some potential here to mix with the big boys. Tier 2 for so long, up to tier 1. They're going to be in the McLaren together. So Peas and Strauss in the McLaren. Let's rattle on. While this one spins, you're going to get to watch me have a little drink of a bottle of liquid. Take that what you want. I didn't dribble. It's Nelu Safu. Hey! I believe he's Romanian. Apologies if he's not. I believe he is Romanian though. Again, very quick and Bahrain. Definitely one to watch. Nelu gonna be lining up alongside NSR Legendi. Again, potential is there. I'm saying this for everybody. I mean, these guys are in tier 1 because they're quick, and they're quick because they don't go outside. They do go outside a bit more than they did during lockdown, let's be real. But they still don't go outside. Mercedes for them to then Nelu and Legendi in the Mercedes. Let's go on then for driver number 5 for pot 1. And it's Mr. RJ Balji. It's Pyro Antonio. Don't know if he's here or if he's away playing polo on the back of a horse. Very posh sport for somebody from Argentina, it must be said. Does that count as racism? I hope no. It's a very Argentinian sounding teammate, though. Ali, that's what Tony shouts at the horses to get them going. Aye. You can tell the autism's kicking in now, can't you, folks? What car are they going to be in? Rob, eat your heart out, pal. They're in the Ferrari. I'm just... I've just looked across at my phone and I've just seen what Farrell said about I love this community. Anyway, I Tony and Ali in whatever car that was. Kenny up next then, the finish. He's no finished, he's 32. As we Scottish reference for you there. Kenny and Ross AFC, very, very interesting combo. Kenny, I believe, did one pace test, put it on pole and won it. Ross, again, coming from the depths of tier 4, now up with the big boys. So, aye, decent team. They are going to be in. Oh, it has to be. It has to be. They're in the Haas. Kenny and Ross in the Haas. Next driver then from pot 1, tier 1. Glowstick, Duell, Miko, and Sweet Crown Vouter. And it's going to be Mikkel. We're going to have that right. We're going to have to get a pronunciation for this. Because I don't think Jamie's going to be able to pronounce this. And if I'm commentating with Jamie anytime, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. You know, it's going to be a bit of guesswork. Who's Miki going to be with? He's going to be with George 66. That's a strong team. Miki, as I'm going to call him for love and affection. Very strong at Silverstone. George, looking pretty tasty, it must be said, from what I've seen of him. So definitely a team to watch. They are going to be Jacob. There's your teammates, pal. They're going to be in the Alpine. Notice I've spelt it right this year. Those that know, Alpine does not have a H in it. We've made that mistake before. 3 left in the hat, and they're all 3 pretty well-known members of the community. 2 of them champions. And speaking of one, here is the big one. It's Kevin Duell. One of the only drivers to have a corner named after him, of course, the chicane or the chicken at France. Sadly, not on the calendar. Is it even in the game? Don't know. Kevin, you're with Knowsley. That's a very OG team. I like that. That's got vibes all about it. Pardon me. What car are you going to get then? It is going to be the V-Carb Racing Bulls. I feel as if Kevin was always in the Alpha Tauri, and now he's got the evolution of the Alpha Tauri. Am I just making that up? That rings a bell. Anyway, 2 to go. Told you. Nah, I was going to say told you get it done by past. I'm not going to get it done by past. It's glow stick. Fun fact: I bought a house and it's 5 minutes around the corner from this kid, and now I'm worried every time I go out he's going to chase me. Sounds really bad. Glow stick going to be partnering up with LOI1 Delano, so the Scottish-Irish combo mixing it up together, and they are going to be in either Aston Martin or the Williams. It's going to be the Aston Martin, which means we are left with the Williams, with the Cold Paradox, and with Sweet Crown. So Sweet Crown and Cold Paradox partnering up in the Williams for the coming season. Quite interesting that P's partnered up with Strauss, Belter partnered up with Colpa. It's almost as if, I was going to say it's almost as if that's rigged, but I could barely do the draw. You think I could rig this? Not a chance. If I could rig this, Robert had the Ferrari, but he didn't. Unlucky pal. Anyway, there we go, Kevin. Accepting season 3, 4, and 7 had every single one of the junior Red Bull team. It's just fate, mate. It's just fate. 18E is still here. Thank you all for joining. I'm not going to hang about. I've got places to be, I'll be honest. Is there anything I need to tell you? Suppose we'll do some basic stuff. The rules are pretty much the same as they've always been. You can have a little read through there in the server. Point system, again, much like previous seasons, it'll be the top 12. Bonus point, fastest lap if you finish in the top 10. That'll be the standard. Combined constructor, of course, between tier 1 and tier 2. So that is to play for. And then I suppose commentary. Should talk about that. A very own Jamie Indigo is going to be commentating both tier 2 on a Monday and tier 1 on a Thursday. A very talented commentator, and I'm glad to have him back alongside us in the community. Tier 1, any of the tier 4, here we go. Tier 2, sorry. Any of the tier 1 boys, maybe fancy stepping in with Jamie for a cool call. I think he is looking for somebody on a Monday night. So give myself a message, give Jamie a message, let us know. He would probably appreciate some company every now and again. On a Thursday night, I think it's going to be there's a couple of options. Robs is up for doing it. I know Bosch Evans is up for doing it. I'm always up for doing it. So it'll probably be a rotation of just whoever's free, whoever can jump in, whoever Jamie likes the most. So it should be great on the commentary front. Back to some good standards. Hopefully the racing matches are on track. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Oh, hi, Waitsy. I gave you a shout out earlier on, pal, because I get somebody mixed up with you. It was Knowsley. Thank you for the nice comment, pal. Good to see you. Shame you're not on the grid, but hopefully we'll get you back at some point. I suppose that's it. Any questions? Just tag me. You won't get me much later tonight, I'll be honest. You won't get much sense out of me until Sunday. I'm on my hollybobs, as I say. But I'm sure Nathan and Jacob will be about in a good state to help, as well as the rest of our lovely admin team. Paddocks will be getting set up between tonight and tomorrow. Check-in will be out. I'll be getting check-in out as soon as that's up sometime tonight for the tier 2 guys. Tier 1 check-in will probably be out Monday, I would imagine. Maybe Sunday night, you never know. Depends how organised Strauss and Cope are feeling. Bye. Any questions? Just ping us away. Put them in the chat. Not in this chat, in general chat. Oh, what a G. Yeah. Magic Waitsy, we'll get you later on, mate. But aye, anything else, drop us a message, get in touch. And look forward to the racing. Season 11, we're back. It's been a long time coming. Hopefully the game doesn't break in us. And hopefully we can build back up again. Season 12, get back to them 40 years. Come on. I believe in it. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to go be social and merry. I hope you all, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for signing up for the season. And have a wonderful rest of the night and evening. And fortunately, I won't see some of these on Monday night in Trick because I'm going to be working. But I'll see you all for round 2 and I'll be ready to scud the loties. Like I said last season, Seer 2, you're living in my world. It's my title. Come and get me.